Morning, it's the 22nd of October. Fresh back off me jollies. I've been to, or me and Nick have been to Crete for a week. And yeah, only one fault. It could have been, I could have done with a fortnight really. I really got settled in and it seemed to go real fast. And yeah, I could have done with another few days. But anyway, back to it. So just first job, come up and had a real good look around cattle, you know, because they've been coming, but we're very wary of Warner, you see, because I don't know, he's too friendly, you know, and sometimes he just gets a little bit excited. When Phil brought him with cattle box, well, he brought the last load with the cattle box, and that Warner run back in the cattle box playing, you know, he's just playful, and a playful bull when he probably weighs, well, over a ton, I would guess about 1100 kilo. He's not to be messed with, is he? So, but yeah, it's quite pleasant on this hillside this morning. In fact, they aren't, I think we're expecting some rain tomorrow, but it's quite dry underfoot, as though they're, hopefully they can stay here another 6 weeks. Just looking down here, this winter barley looks fantastic, and it's had everything it needs to go into winter. Winter wheat's a little bit behind barley, but it's had its second half rate of residual to try and keep the grass weeds down. So that can go into winter. There's one next door which was one of the last drilled, and it's coming out, but only slow. I thought it'd have been greened over, so I want to just check it for slugs. Ooh. That's probably one of our most profitable crops up at this farm at the minute. That SFI, that's a winter bird mix. No, it's just coming out, is this? I mean, look at all these new shoots coming out. So if we give this 3 or 4 days, whether it'll get its second dose of residual, I don't know. It sounds like we're going to get a lot of rain, but not quite satisfied with that. It went in beautiful, absolutely beautiful. In fact, I don't think we've ever drilled it as good. So if it gets established, it has got its grassweed issues, but if it gets established, it should do us proud. So let's hope prices are a bit better and all, because they're absolutely dire at the moment. We need to sort of somehow stop the imports, I think. I mean, look after number one, innit? Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that actually now I'm walking in it. She's a bit steady underfoot though. Right. Yeah, I'm very, very cautious. I always bring a stick. And I'm very cautious. I walk where I know, oh God, there's a bit of shelter. So if he starts getting really excited, I can go under edge or over edge, or walk down tree line, so I could sort of dance around a tree a bit, just for a bit of safety. But yeah, they're doing very, very well. Oh, it's beautiful up here, it really is. Very peaceful. Don't know where my dog is. I know she was pleased to see me when I come home, but she doesn't like walking with cattle. Usually she comes down each side, but I don't know where she's gone. Whether she's gone back to pick up where Penny's down there, but missing in action at the minute. This Beowulf wheat, actually Beowulf next door, Champion here. This Champion wheat looks fantastic. In fact, the Beowulf looks no different. And we understood that Beowulf sort of was a lot slower to get established and never looked as lush through winter. And when it comes to spring, it seems to explode into life. But Beowulf, we put more seed on the variety called Beowulf than Champion, because it's noted not to tiller as much as this one. And but Christ, there's nothing wrong with this. And we never rolled it, which was a bit of a worry, because we thought such as that clot would dissolve and show a bit of black grass, and it might, but it's had as much protection as we can chuck at it, and you'd think the crop competition in spring would keep its demons at bay in the bottom. Well, that's the sort of plan anyway, because we've used our seed rates have been a lot heavier this year than usual. But yeah, barley, I'm going for a look at barley now, but that looks even better. There's a few bits here where we've paddled a bit in this corner somehow, but there is still, if you look, actually there's a little bit of slug damage, but there is a lot of growth coming through. Look, there's a new shoot there, but he has been nibbled. But it's not worth coming with any pellets, you know, for bit what's here. It's we'd be wasting our time. We'd make more mess than good. This winter barley is a variety called Cassia, and Christ, it's too good. Yeah, it's a bit worryingly too good. It's a little bit thick, but I'd rather have it like this than the other way. But yeah, there's all his bung spout, but not to worry, we aren't that bothered about 100 acre like that. But well, it wasn't a bung spout, it was a spout what was hanging off, and we couldn't see, and I washed it off because we were off onto some from this, it could have been this field actually, to some clean land. So I washed all the drill off and I found it, but it was sort of buried in mud and bits of straw, one thing or another. But yeah, very, very pleased. But like I said, is it too thick? But we made a cock up with the KRM drill last year, and we put about 17 stone per acre on, and it did 4 ton, and that's no word of a lie. So but that was TARDIS barley, but it's as thick in there. It just could do with some cold weather. Christ, we've got some pheasants, look at all them pheasants. We could just do with some cold weather to steady job up, which we'll get, won't we? This is one of the fields where our Ollie's had his bung spout, but it'll fill in, I ain't worried about it at all. But the wheat itself is fantastic, it really is. It's second wheat, it's Beowulf, and it just looks so promising. I don't know, it's established, you know. Winter can really chuck some stuff at it now, and yeah, very pleased. Well, this one never got rolled. About the last 60 acre, 70 acre never got rolled because the weather had broke a little bit and there was a few showers, and it was taggy going, and I don't think it'll suffer. I think it's fine enough. Fine enough so it won't let a lot of black grass out of them melting clods, and we'll roll it in spring. But yeah, very, very pleased. It's all good today. It's a little bit windy for the job, but it's going to piss down tomorrow, so it's going to have it. I'm putting 200 litres of water on quite slow at low pressure, and it doesn't look like to be misting much at all. Next door as well, on that narrow field, second week again. Looks fantastic. This is the last drilled one. Oh no, this is the second last to drill, what we drilled. And yeah, whether I get a chance to double its residual this afternoon before the rain tomorrow, I don't know. I think I might miss that one. Just decided, we have a good talk with our agronomist this morning, and he's just said get on and tick the box. We like to see a little bit more greenery before we come with our second application of Preem. What we put on the preem after we've drilled it, and as soon as we can sort of see a good green coverage, a bit more than this really, we give it a little bit of a top up, half rate, and a little bit early on it really, but like the first residual, we like to say gives you 12 weeks cover, and then this tops it up a week or two after. So, and then after them, you're 12 or 14 weeks. You would like to think that weather's got a lot colder, and that'll keep the your grass weeds at bay. But it's certainly mild today, and it was blowing a gale down at home, and it's so bad up here. Hey, we've got a buzzard. Look, oh no, it's a red kite. The difference between, if you don't know, a red kite and a buzzard: a red kite's got a forked tail, and a buzzard has got like a round tail. And that's a red kite. Yeah, Christ, there's loads of growth coming on. If we don't get too much rain tomorrow, another week, this will be a lovely shade of green. Still a bit sticky on the boot though. Look at my exhaust shaking. My back pressure is getting worse. Ooh. A bit worried about my old engine. Soon be time, won't it? There's 5 red kites over there, look. And some people comment on when I meet them that they never get any birds of prey. And yeah, we've got 5 red kites circling something there. And that's a seagull. Something a bit interesting is going on. They've got something here. Don't know what it is. They've got some food. Let's go and investigate. So there's 3 up there. 4, 5, 6. And they're all interested in the same thing here. When I've got to this end of the field, I've noticed that they're feeding on something. Oh, it's Harry Hare. So, feeding on that, look. Look at this wheat. That's fantastic, isn't it? And this is one of the worst farms on our worst fields on our farm for all sorts of reasons. For wet, this is wet black grass, but this is the one we chucked everything at. We ploughed it, which was I don't know whether the right idea. We mulled. Let's start again. We mucked it fresh out at pig yards, and I give it a blathering. We mull ploughed it, and then we ploughed it, and then we powered it, I think 3 times to make a seed bed, because we thought we'd made a rod for our own back, as in we're turning like os heads over, we call them in Yorkshire, or bacon sides, a little bit like that, and it took some beating to death diesel wise and time wise, but look at that. That is just amazing. I'm really pleased with that. It's faultless, isn't it, to be fair? You know, cracking. Like this is 3 weeks behind that. And it's coming, I think, end of next week. That'll be in full bloom, and yeah, as long as it don't get too much rain. It don't like too much rain at this point. But it's better than getting it. At least it's germinated. It's when the seed sort of takes too much moisture on before it's germinated, and then it pops. So in a day or two, hopefully this will be green over. homeward bound. Good spraying day, to be honest. To say I wasn't planning on doing much. I've ticked all the second residuals off. Some a little bit earlier than I should. And we have I've put some foliar feed on some winter barley what was desperately short of manganese. Our Ollie's been digging back out and got diesel problems with digger, so that's abandoned there. Look, Phil's been edge cutting and among other jobs, so yeah, we've had a busy day. Look at that rape, look at that oilseed rape, it's fantastic, isn't it? I don't think we've ever had as forward oilseed rape at this time of year. I think it's a tick for July drilling, isn't it? Early July or that, them first 2 weeks. Or the weather has to be right. We drilled that and the came 10 mil of rain, and it exploded into light. Yeah, it looks a picture, doesn't it? My dog's busy in action. I don't know where it is, but it ain't been with me all day. It must be back at pickup. Right, from a rough-hard farm in East Yorkshire. Surely this one's a bit vague. But yeah, just back off my holidays in a panic sort of thing. So, right, from a rough-hard farm in East Yorkshire. Bye for now.